Board now. Good morning, grade 8. How are you doing today? Hope you are fine at home. Today we're going to revise. We're going to start to revise algebra, chapter 10, lesson 1, organizing and displaying data. We learned in this lesson the bar graph, how to read it and how to make it line, and also we learned the line graph, and we learned also the circle graph. Now we want to start to answer some questions concerning this lesson. I have here a bar graph. This bar graph is showing me animal rescue residence. The animal rescue residence. I have dog, I have cat, I have rabbit, and I have what? Wenya? Yes, I don't know this one. Okay, so the dog, where is the dog here? I want to know the number for the dog. If I go to the end of the bar and go left, I will check the numbers. I don't have here a number, but this number is between 10 and 20. So the dog is 15. If I want to check the cat is after 30, but it is before the middle line, which is 35. So it's between 30 and 35 because the numbers here are scaled in skipping by 10. 0, 10, 20, 30. So between each two numbers, I have a line here that doesn't have a number. This number is the middle between 20 and 30, which is 25. So the middle line here that is after 30 shows 35. And the cat stopped here on between 30 and 35. So let's say 32. Okay, what about the rabbit? The rabbit is here, stopped here. So if I go to the left, I will find 10. What about this animal? If I go to the blue, I go to the left. It is between 20 and 30, so the middle number is 25. So now we learned how to read the bar graph. Okay, here I want to estimate the total number of animals at the shelter. I want to estimate the total number of animals that are in the shelter. So, dog, we said that it is 15. The dog is 15. What about the cat? We said the cat is 32. And the rabbit is the rabbit is 10 here, not 15. It is 10. It is 10. And this one is 25. Wait. Okay, so I want to add all the numbers of the animals to know the total numbers of animals that I have here. So 15 plus 32 plus 10 plus 25 is equal to, if we do 25 and 15 makes 40, 40 and 10 makes 50, 50 and 32 makes 82. Okay, there are 3 times as many as the animal shelter. There is a number that is 3 times another number. Which one? There is a number that is almost 3 times as another number. Who can tell me? I have here 4 numbers. Which number from the 4 numbers is 3 times another number from the 4? You will give me 2 animals, Tala. You have to give me 2 animals. What is 3 times as many as the other animal? There is an animal that is 3 times as many as another animal. Can you tell me, please? Who will tell me? Yes, I will read the chat. Yes, Aya, cats. Aya, cats is correct. Cats and what? Cats and what? The cats are 3 times as many as what? No, no, Tala. Okay, the cat here is 32 and the rabbit here is 10. So the 30 and 10, 30 is 3 times 10. 3 times as many as 10. So my answer here will be cats. And here my answer will be rabbits. So the cats are 3 times as many as the rabbits because the cats are 32 and the rabbits are 10. Okay. Here we have double bar graph. We have a double bar graph. The double bar graph is used to compare any two data sets. Two. Okay, so I have here baseball tickets. Okay, type of a seat and the price. I have here a baseball match. Okay, so I have type of seats. Is it in the front? Is it at the back? Whatever it is, and the price. I have a key down. When it comes to a double bar graph or a double line graph or whatever, I must have a key down. So the purple one shows the stadium A and green shows stadium B. So for the club level, okay, there are levels in stadium A and stadium B. I am comparing the seats. There is a type of seats called club level. So the club level in stadium A is almost 45. The scale here, as you see, it is skip counting by 10. Okay, and the club level in stadium B, the green one, is here. After the middle, it is almost 28 or 29. How I will read the second one? The upper reserve. Upper reserve. Okay, the upper reserve in the stadium A, it is here in the middle between 10 and 20, so it is 15, and in stadium B, it is here on 10. Bleacher, it is here on, in stadium A, it is here almost near to 10, so it is 8, and the green one is 5. Box seat in stadium A, it is almost 20, so it is 18 or 19. And the other one, the box seat in stadium B is here. If I go to the left, I will find it 15 or 17. Okay, it's estimating 16, 17. Okay, girls? So now we learned how to read it. So we want to answer about how much more. So I'm going to subtract. Is a club level seat at stadium A than stadium B? They are talking about the club level seat at stadium A and stadium B. Where is club level? Here is club level. So they want to subtract because it is mentioned here how much more. How much more? So it means subtraction. So if we said that this number here, this one here, the club level in stadium A is 45. And If we read here the green, the club level in Stadium B, the green, which is almost 28. Yes, let's say it's 28. So when I want to answer this one, I will say 45 minus 28 is equal to 17. So 17 seats. Okay. Which type of seat is the closest in price at the two stadiums? Closest in price, so I'm going to search for two bars that are near to each other. For example, the club level, there is a gap here. You see it? There is a gap between the purple and the green. So if I'm going to draw lines like this, no, there is a difference. If I'm going to draw a line between this one and this one, and line between this one and line between this one and this one, what is almost close to each other's? Closest, I'm searching for the two bar graphs that are almost close to each other, not a big gap between them, like club level. So, who will answer me? Okay, box seat. The answer here is box seat. As you see here, the box seat, the two bar graphs, the difference between their heights is small. When the difference between the height of the two graphs are small, so this means that they are close to each other. When the difference in height between the two bar graphs is big, like in club level, so they are not close to each other. Describe one relationship between the ticket prices at Stadium A and Stadium B. What do you think? What do you feel that there is a relationship between both of them, the purple and the green? What is the relationship? What is repeated in the four kind of seats here in the club and the upper and the bleacher and the box? What is repeated? It is repeated that the Stadium A, the purple bar graph, is always taller than the green bar graph. This means that the price of the tickets in Stadium A is more expensive or greater than the prices in Stadium B. So I'm going to write here, prices at Stadium A are greater than prices at Stadium B. Okay, here are the answers. Okay. Eight and 9, we're going to use a line graph for exercises 8 and 9. Okay. Estimate the number of tickets sold during the week of the greatest sale. Let's first remind ourselves by the line graph. The line graph is also another kind of plotting or writing the data that I collected. So I have here movie ticket sales. The movie ticket sales. Sales, the tickets sold for a movie. Tickets sold, thousands. The numbers that I have here are in thousands and the weeks since its release. So if I have a movie and I am watching its tickets, and I want to check the ticket sales or the tickets that are sold for the movie in each week. So I have down the weeks, week 1, week 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. And here I have the tickets that are sold, number of the tickets that are sold in thousands. So it is 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. Between them, there is the middle one that, for example, 25, here 15, here is 5, and all of them are thousands. So I want to estimate the number of tickets sold during the week of the greatest sale. Where is the week of the greatest sale? The greatest sale, so I will search for the highest point. For the highest point, greatest sale means the greatest number of tickets that are sold for this movie. Where it is? This one. It is here. In the third week. They want to know the number of tickets. The number of tickets. The number of tickets is here. It is on the middle line, which is 35,000. 35,000. Not only 35, 35,000 tickets. Okay. If you remember in this lesson, we talked about the slope. We talked about the slope. Okay. Okay. If this slope is less than this one, is less than this one. You see, all of them are slopes, but there is a difference in the slope. This one, and this one, and this one, and this one. Okay, so which one week period of time saw the greatest change in sales? And as I know that change means slope, so means which week shows the greatest change, the greatest slope. Girls, who will tell me? Mice is here today? Yes, Mice. Who will tell me? If I'm going to compare the slopes, this one and this one, yeah, this one is higher than this one. This one is like this one, but it's in opposite direction. What about this one? This one really shows a great difference here. A great change happened here. You see this one? This slope from 4 to 5, this slope really shows a great change happened. So, number 9, which 1 week period of time saw the greatest change in slope? I'm going to write here week 4 and 5. Week 4, 5. Between week 4 and week 5, because the question is saying 1 week period. So this week that is between week 4 and week 5. Okay, girls, let me clear here. Let's answer number 10 together. When, here I have a double line graph. double line graph. And as we said that when I have a double line graph or a double bar graph or whatever, I should see here a key. The blue one is candidate A, and and red is candidate B. For what? For election poll. There is an election poll that is made in school. Candidate A and candidate B. Voter support and weeks before election. So here in the horizontal scale, I have weeks before election. And here on the vertical scale, I have the voters. Voters, there will be a vote because it is a poll like a competition, or yes. So I'm going to choose A or B. So here shows the voters. So as you see here in week 8, voters for B is 30 and voters for A is almost 60. In the second week, in the 7th week, voters for B is almost 40 and voters for A is exactly 60. Week 6, we see the two voters are close to each other. A is here is in the middle, so it is almost 51, and B is under 50, which was 48. So 51 and 48, they are close to each other. And then it shows here till they are in week 1, they got the same number of voters. It is here 50. Both got 50. So you will tell me why this scale is from 8 till 1, because it shows the weeks before election. 8 weeks before election, 7 weeks before election, 6 weeks before election. So I am approaching the election by 2 weeks, and here is 1 week almost for the election. So it is like counting down. We are counting down 8 week, the 8th week, the 7th weeks, the 6th week, the 5th week, 4th week, 3rd week, 2nd week, and here comes the final week and the election for the election. This is the final week for the election. And later on, they will start to see the voters and decide who is the winner. So 10, number 10, question 10. When was the support for the two candidates closest? Which one? When they are so close to each other. In which week they are so close to each other? I think they are so close to each other here in week 6 and in week 2. And here comes on week 1, they are almost the closest part. In week 1, they are the closest week for both of them. So I'm going to write 1 week or week 1, 1 week before the election or week 1, 1 week before the election or week 1. So again, I found here in week 6 they are close, and I found here in week 2 they are close, but they are not as close as here. This one is the closest one. Week 1, it is the closest one. Okay. Estimate the difference in voter support for the two candidates 5 weeks before the election. Where is 5 weeks before the election? Here I got. If you want to read it good, you can draw a line here to know exactly the number. So they want in which week? 5 weeks. I'm sorry, 5 weeks here. So I want to read the blue one and I want to read the red one. The blue one is approaching 60, but it is not on 60, so let's say it is 58. 58, 59, no problem. Give me a, okay. And here I have the red, which is B. In the 5th week, it is on 40. So if I write here, I'm going to write the difference. So I'm going to subtract here. 58 minus 40 is equal to 18. Girls, the voter support here is in percent. In percent. So please, you have to write your answer also in percent. As I told you, in number 8 and 9, I have here thousands. So I have to read the number and add thousands. Here I have to add the number and add a percent sign. 12. Describe the general trends of voter support for the two candidates. Okay. As you see here, what do you see here? I see that always candidate A is higher or increased than candidate B, because all the blue line is always above the red line. I have never seen the red line exceeding the blue line. So this means that the blue line is always in this double line graph is always higher, which means that candidate A increased, the voter supports increased than candidate B. Or I can say that support for candidate B generally increased. No, generally for candidate A. Okay, girls. Also, I see that in the last weeks, candidate A start to decrease a little bit, and in the last week, candidate A start to increase. You see, candidate B start to increase, and candidate A start to decrease a little bit. Okay, girls. We're going to continue revising this lesson tomorrow. And for the upcoming weeks, we are going to revise all the lessons that we have studied, starting from the online lessons. Thank you so much, girls, and see you tomorrow.